Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Eric from Eric's Adventures, and on today's video we're going to be installing some Diode Dynamics lights in my front bumper. So here's the lights. These are the 2-pod SAE lights. I got these in amber, and let's open these up. And this is what they look like. So I got the SAE fog lights because I will hook these up to the OE fog light switch. So here's the front bumper. Here's actually the OE switch, and under here there's a mounting plate. So these will go on the outside, and then I've got some other ones here, which is be a different video. But yeah, these are going to go on the outsides. They're ambers, and they will be hooked up to the OEM fog light switch. Opening up these lights for the first time, here's my initial impressions. You got some stickers. They are white. Stickers are always great, but getting these open. So I went with Diode Dynamics because I talked to some of the guys at Overland Expo Mountain West last year when I went, and one of the biggest reasons was price. These were definitely some of the cheaper options, but also the most quality. So if you open this up, this is all aluminum. The lenses are interchangeable. You pop these out. So this is the SAE fog, but you can swap in clear. You can swap in a combo lens, whatever you want, which that's what I really liked. They come with, I believe, a plug-in already. Yeah, here we go. So they come with a Deutsch connector and a harness already, which makes it super easy. And so this one actually has a backlight, which is what this blue wire is for, and then you've got the hot and neutral, and then they've got the bracket and hardware in here as well. So first impressions, really high quality. Price point is good. They are a little bit pricey, but they do have sales, and compared to like Baja Designs or which one? Some of the other ones, can't think of the name, but honestly, I think these are great. I got the sport ones, which are kind of like the entry-level ones. I thought they were more than bright enough for what I needed, and yeah, so kind of closer look what they look like. I'm actually gonna be installing these upside down because that's how my bumper is, but that should not affect the beam pattern or anything. So I've got the fog light position kind of where I want it. Obviously this will move around a little bit. I haven't tightened it down, but here's my cables from what came, and this is the OE fog light switch. So if you look at this, there's one wire that is black and white, or it's white with a black stripe. That is your negative. This other one is your positive. So the white with the black stripe will go to the black, the white one will go to the red, and then this blue one is for your backlight. So what I'm gonna do is, for these two, the black and red, I'm just gonna take this connector, cut it up here, and basically just use a heat shrink crimp connector and connect these up, and that'll be it. And then for this one, I'm gonna basically run and connect it to the other one. And then we're gonna have to connect it to the fuse box. So in your fuse box, this is a 2007. This one here, number 20, your 20 amp fuse, this will be your seat heater. If you look at this way, right here, 20 amp fuse, seat heater. So the seat heater, whether or not you have the heater on, that is active as soon as the ignition goes on. So if you want your backlight on these to be on, as soon as you turn your ignition on, that's the one you hook it up to. So I'll hook it up here, take the wire from the passenger side, driver side, go 2 to 1, connect it to the fuse tap, and then do that. Here's what the fuse tap looks like. So you've got this, with a crimp connector on this side, and so this easily fits right here. The bottom is the fuse that's in here, so the 20 amp, and then the top will be the fuse for the backlight. If we look at the instruction manual on these are like 0.6 amps, so super small. So as long as you put like a 5 amp fuse, you'll be good. The biggest thing to note is if you can't tap this because you've got relays or something here and if you got to go somewhere else, make sure that the fuse you are tapping into, the one that goes on the bottom side, like right here on the bottom side, the one that you need on the top is no more than the fuse. So for my example, if I'm tapping into this 20 amp, I don't want to put a 30 amp fuse for the lights. I always want it to be less than 20 amps. First thing I've done to start prepping for this light install is put the crimp connectors on each wire end. So obviously hot, cold, and then this is the backlight. And I'm gonna put these two to the OE fog light harness as we saw earlier. And then I'm gonna crimp this side, and then this is a shrink connector. So you heat it up and it shrinks around the wire. It's waterproof. And then this is the fuse tap. Obviously it looks a little different from the original one, which was here. So I cut it down because this one is way too long for my fuse box. I didn't want to kind of wrap it around. So what I did was I cut it down and I used, again, one of these crimp connectors. And I've got this Klein Tools crimper. You can see it's got the different sizes. And so this gives you a perfect crimp each time. And then I've got a longer wire. I measured it out. So this is what's going to be used for the backlight on these. I've got the brackets assembled. It's got a screw here. This is a 4mm Allen head, and then a 10mm nylock, and then you've got a 13mm, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 13mm nut, flat washer, and lock washer. And then I installed my brackets like this. You can also flip them the other way. So normally the light gets mounted like this, but because mine's on the inside of my bumper, it's going to be like this. And then obviously the plug is here in the back. So with these, the plug just goes back here. So that way I can install the wiring harness, install the lights, and then plug it in and do it in 2 steps. I've got the driver's side wired in, red and black. I've got the crimp connector, and then I put this extra shrink wrap on top. And then this one, I really shouldn't be using a red to a blue, but that's all I had. It's going to be put into some what's called this thing, and this is for the backlight. So this is going up, this is going to go 2 to 1 and then go to that fuse tap, but these two are connected, so it should be good. And now I'm going to do the passenger side. So I've got both sides wired up. I've got the wire loom on the backlight. I have to get a larger diameter one that covers both of these. This is a 1/4 inch. I'll probably get a 1/2 inch that'll basically cover both of these. And then this one I routed along with this engine harness in front of the radiator, zip tied it under here, zip tied it here, and now this one from the driver's side, this one from the passenger side. I'll connect these two together and it'll go to 1, and then it'll go to the fuse tap. The 2 wires, so this is from the passenger side, this is from the driver's side, connected 2 to 1 here. Got some shrink wrap. I'm gonna put some loom on it. It goes all the way over here, up through here, and into the fuse tap. I've got the 2 fuses, and yeah, this is how it's set up. This stays kind of tucked in here behind the headlight. I'll look at clipping it maybe a little bit better, but been driving around for a little bit now with absolutely no issues. So yeah, that's how you do it. So got it all wired up, turned on. This is what the back lights look like. And then I'll turn the fog lights on. So you turn on the switch, you can see them come on. And and here they are, super bright. So yeah, I am very happy with these. So yeah, here's the finished and final product. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, see more content. I'm definitely going to get some more lights here and a light bar and a switch panel, so that's all coming up next. So check out the next videos for that. So here's a video of what they look like at night. Not super bright when it's just the backlight, and if we go inside you can't really see it. So once I turn the headlights on, here's the fogs. So tons of light output and hooked up to the fog light switch.